Shalom, Yashrala. This your brother Dawadah, coming back at you with this here truth again. First and foremost, I want to give all praise unto Yahawah, Bahashim, YAHAWASHI, Bahashim, Rakakmadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone that taught us this truth and that rule well. And salutation and much love for you, Akim, pushing this truth and sincerity on the four corners of the earth and enduring afflictions to feed and edify the elect. So I want to jump into this here lesson dealing with Esau going into slavery, all right? So when we get into the kingdom of heaven, all right, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, you're going to wind up having slaves, man. And not just the so-called white man. Every nation is going into captivity, all right? And yeah, some people don't want to talk about this or whatever, whatnot, but that's what the future is all about, man. Slavery is coming back in a big way, man. All right, and we're gonna wind up rendering unto Esau Edom double as he rewarded us, you know. But nevertheless, we're gonna just jump right into the scriptures here. This is the book of Amos, chapter 9, verse 11. It says, "In that day will I raise up the tabernacle of David that is fallen, and close up the breaches thereof. And I will raise his ruins, and I will build it as in the days of old." And really, you actually seeing this happen right here, right now. All right, before your eyes, the tabernacles of David is being raised back up. All right, dealing with David and his mighty men. All right, what you see in being built back up right now is the house of David. All right, the men of the Lord that's on the highways and the byways that's pushing this here word out in truth and sincerity. All right, these are the house of David. All right. So it's and going into that just a little bit, the house of David was more or less like the elites, but nevertheless, right now, the first fruits of all Israel is going to be what? The men of the Lord, It says, and again, going back into Amos 9:11, this is the point in time that you see going on right now. Like the Lord said, I will send for many fishers and they shall fish them. All right, who are they fishing? First and foremost, the elect, the 144,000. All right, and the 144,000 going to help bring in the 1/3. All right, but nevertheless, the men that you see on the highways and the byways preaching in truth and sincerity, that's giving you the 100% truth. All right, this is the house of David being raised back up. All right, and now the purpose of all this is eventually we'll grab that as well too. That the saints are going to take the kingdom. All right, and we know that this is the house of David that's going to wind up doing it, because 2/3 are going to be cut off and die on this side, man. They're going to refuse to wake up and see this truth. All right, so they're going to want to die on this side, but the ones that's going to make it, all right, starting with the elect, that's the house of David, and that's what you see being built up, on every one of these video epistles. All right, when we're on the highways and the byways, all right, that's us building up the house of David. All right, building and edifying them, teaching them, raising them back up. All right, verse 12, and this is the point. Where they're being raised up. They're going to be the elites, the first fruits, the governing body. All right, they're going to transition from this side to the kingdom of heaven side. All right, and we're going to wind up taking these here elites into captivity. All right, we're going to wind up taking them into captivity, and this is how the kingdom of heaven is going to start out. This is going to be the how you say the so-called first generation. All right, of basically of the new kingdom. All right, the kingdom of heaven. All right, this here world and the way it's going to be, the way it is now, is going to all pass away very shortly. All right, verse 12, that they may possess the remnant of Edom. All right, so here it says that they may possess the remnant. All right, real quick, let's go into this here word possess. All right. It says to seize, to depossess, to take possession, take possession of, inherit, disinherit, occupy, impoverish, to be an heir, to take possession of, come to poverty, to be depossessed, to devour. All right, to cause others to possess or inherit, to destroy, to bring to ruin. All right, this is what we're going to wind up doing to these first and foremost, the remnant of these Edomites. All right, but then they're going to wind up bringing the rest of the nation back. All right, but not just them, all of these heathen. All right, so let's go back. It says verse 12, Amos 9:12, that they may possess the remnant of Edom. Now the reason why it says the remnant of Edom is because the majority of all these Edomites, just like with Israel, 2/3 are going to be cut off and die. All right, the majority of the Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, you're going to wind up dying in this destruction. All right, the same way with these Edomites. The majority of these Edomites are going to be cut off and they're going to die on this side, man. All right, the only people that's going to wind up remaining of these Edomites are these elites, like the Rothschilds and so on and so forth. They're going to be the only people that survive this whole thing. All right, and that, some people are like, oh, that ain't fair. The elites, they get to survive or whatever, whatnot, and they're the ones causing all the chaos. Well, no, hey, man, they're going to die, but they're not going to die, but they're going to be the first fruits of slavery. They're going to be taken and put in the chains, man. All right, they're going to wind up being taken into slavery. And now, think about this. These people have never worked a day in their life. They never had to work, break a sweat a day in their life, man. All right, so, hey, and a lot of the Rothschilds, the main Rothschilds, they all old. Think about that, man. The Most High is preserving these bastards to go into captivity, man. All right, then they're going to start bringing their how you say, they're going to bring the Edomites back, all right, through their loins, all right. They're going to wind up, reproducing, all right, and they're going to bring all the Edomites that wind up dying in this destruction back, through reincarnation, all right. But nevertheless, they're going to wind up being slaves for 1,000 years, and they're going to ultimately be eradicated, all right. The so-called white man is going to be eradicated off the face of the earth after serving 1,000 years of slavery, all right. So it says, hey, let that sink in, man. All right. Hey, any of you Edomites, if y'all happen to be listening, you're about to serve 1,000 years of slavery and then be eradicated off the face of the earth, man, for what you've done, man. All right. Being pure wicked on the face of the earth, man. All right. Amos 9 and 12, that they may possess the remnant of Edom and all of the heathen. All right. Which are called by my name, saith Yahawah, that doth this. All right. So, hey, not only is Esau, Edom going to be put into captivity, but all these other nations going to be put into captivity too, man. All right. Let me go to Daniel real quick before I even. Let me go to Daniel chapter 7 and verse 20 or 21. It says, and I beheld, and the same horn made war with the saints and prevailed against them. All right, this is talking about basically Esau, Edom in this time right now. All right, this is basically what was going on the whole time. Esau, Edom is waging war against us, man, and he's ultimately going to do it again in Jacob's trouble for the last time. All right. So it says, I beheld, and the same horn made war with the saints and prevailed against them until the Ancient of Days came. So this is going to be happening all the way up until when the Most High send YAHAWASHI back to deliver us up out of the hand of Esau, Edom. When he goes, they're going to wind up trying to wage war against YAHAWASHI. He's going to decimate their armies, man. All right, and this is where, all their military men going to wind up dying, but the majority of them going to wind up dying over here in America in this thermonuclear fire. Well, there's going to be a lot of different destructions, famine, pestilence, and so on and so forth. You got a lot of them dying off right now by suicide and death by despair, so on and so forth, man. All right. But nevertheless, the rest of them going to wind up dying by famine, sword in the streets, pestilence. All right. Then ultimately, the ones that's going to be remaining, they're going to wind up getting burnt up in the thermonuclear missiles, man. All right. And then the only people that's going to survive, like I said, are going to be these elites. All right. And the elites going to be the first fruits of slavery, man. All right. So it says here again, it says Daniel 7 and 22. All right. Well, let me go to 21. And I beheld, in the same horn made war with the saints and prevailed against them until the Ancient of Days came and judgment was given to the saints of the Most High. So right now, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. All right. This is why Esau, Edom is in the power seat right now, man. And he's basically the main judge on the planet Earth. All right. He's the one that's laying down the law and the one that's the judge of the earth. But here it says, until the Ancient of Days came and judgment was given to the saints of the Most High. So this is where you see in 2nd Ezra chapter 6, right, where it talk about Esau is the end of the world and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. All right. We in that transitional period, where Esau, like the prophecy said, man, the elder shall serve the younger. And when their days were to be fulfilled, the first came out red all over. All right. Like a hairy garment. And they called his name Esau. All right, then, and then after that, Jacob took hold of the heel of Esau. All right, so Esau came out first and Jacob was holding his heel, symbolically showing that Jacob was going to pull Esau from out of the power seat. All right, and this is what you have going on right now. You have Esau ruling the world. All right, the earth is given to the hand of the wicked. All right, he covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, who and where is he? When you look at all the images of the Most High, his son, the angels, they also call white people. All right, that's showing you who it is. All right, not only that, who's ruling the earth, man? Who is the hammer of the whole earth? Who is decimating the whole earth, polluting the whole earth? It's the so-called white man, all right? He's in his power seat right now. But as you can see, all right, the end time prophecies, all right, of Esau, Edom about to fall out of his off his throne, all right, being taken up off his throne, all right, he's falling out of power. This is all transitioning right now as we speak, man, all right? So it says, verse 22 again, Daniel 7 and 22, until the ancient days came and judgment was given to the saints of the Most High, and the time came that the saints possessed the kingdom. So we're going to wind up taking this here kingdom up off of Esau, Edom. Let me read verse 26 and 7. But the judgment shall sit, and they shall take away his dominion to consume and to destroy it into the end. So it says, and they shall take away his dominion. All right. Esau's not going to cede his power over or, sign it over or nothing like that. No, we finna take this shit from his ass, man. We finna take everything that he got, man. He owes us everything, man. He owes us his very soul. That's why we about to possess his ass and put his ass into slavery, man. All right, he finna work for us for 1,000 years, man. Not only him, these other nations too, because we were slaves up under them as well too, man. All right, and Esau done stole the whole earth Well, no, I can't say he stole the whole earth, because it was actually his blessing to have dominion over the earth. But nevertheless, hey man, he finna give up everything on this planet Earth anyway, man. Thus saith the Lord, man. All right. Verse 27. And the kingdom and the dominion and the greatness of the kingdom under the whole heaven. All right. Because of why? Esau, the earth was given into the hand of the wicked, man. All right. And when you go back to his blessing, he was blessed with the fatness of the earth. All right. So he's ruling over the whole earth right now, man. But guess what? It says, and the kingdom and the dominion and the greatness of the kingdom under the whole heaven shall be given to the people of the saints of the Most High, whose kingdom is an everlasting kingdom, and all dominion shall serve and obey him. All right. So, hey, let me read that part again. It says, whose kingdom is an everlasting kingdom, and all dominion shall serve and obey him. All dominions, the animals, the people, even the how you say, the spirits, man. Everything is going to be in subjection under, first and foremost, Yahawah through YAHAWASHI. All right. And then the 12, King David, then the 12, man. All right. But going back up to where it says whose kingdom is an everlasting kingdom, real quick, let me go to Genesis 27, and let's say about 38. I think it's verse 38. Yeah. Genesis 27 and 38. This is where Isaac is blessing Jacob and Esau. All right. It says, in Esau, Genesis 27 and 38, and Esau said to his father, hast thou but one blessing? My father blessed me, even me also, O my father. And Esau lifted up his voice and wept. And Isaac his father answered and said to him, behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth, and of the dew of heaven from above. So here you see Esau was actually blessed with the possession of the earth. All right. He was basically going to have dominion over the whole earth. All right. And when you go up to let me find it. This is Genesis 27 and 28. Therefore the Most High give thee the dew of heaven and the fatness of the earth and plenty of corn and wine. Now this is Jacob's blessing. All right. So they both was basically blessed with the same thing. They was both blessed with the possession of the earth. All right. To have dominion over the whole earth. But nevertheless, Esau's blessing is a temporary blessing. All right. And Jacob's blessing was an everlasting blessing, like we just read, man. Their kingdom, Jacob's kingdom, was going to be a everlasting dominion. All right. So let me go down to Genesis 25 and 23. This is when Rebekah was pregnant with Jacob and Esau, and she was they were struggling inside of her womb, and she prayed to the Most High to figure out what was going on. Genesis 25 and 23. And Yahweh said unto her, two nations are in thy womb, two manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels, and one people shall be stronger than the other, and the elder shall serve the younger. All right. Let me jump down to verse 25. And the first came out red all over like a hairy garment, and they called his name Esau. So Esau was born first, but going back to verse 23, the prophecy said, and one people shall be stronger than the other, and the elder shall serve the younger. And so we find out that Esau came out first. All right. Let me read verse 26. And after that came his brother out, and his hand took hold of Esau's heel, and his name was called Jacob. And Isaac was 80 years old when she bare them. So Esau was born first. All right. And Jacob was holding on to his heel. And the prophecy said that the elder shall serve the younger. All right. But right now, the younger is serving the elder. All right. So we in captivity up under Esau at this point in time. But also you have to remember, Esau was blessed with the dominion over the earth. But his blessing of the dominion over the earth was a temporary blessing. All right. Now, the prophecy said that the elder shall serve the younger. When you read in 2nd Ezra chapter 6, talk about when is the end of the world. All right. And you know, that goes, he says, Esau is the end of the world. Well, it says, you know, when basically when Rebekah was pregnant, Jacob held first the heel of Esau. All right. It says Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that follow it. So Esau was born first, according to this here prophecy. The elder shall serve the younger, and Jacob was holding on to his heel. Also showing you that the transitional period when Esau was in power, he was going to want, you know, reading through the prophecies, like we just read, that Esau was going to have world dominion. All right. Now, how was he going to end his world dominion? He was going to be pulled out of his dominion, all right, by the Israelites. All right. And the Israelites was going to reign and reign forever. All right. So let me go. I just wanted to throw that in there, you know, going back to the prophecy. All right. So we're going to go to book of Psalms 2 and 8. I love this scripture right here, man. Psalms 2 and 8. It says, ask of me, and I shall give thee the heathen for thy inheritance, and the uttermost part of the earth for thy possession. And thou shalt break them with a rod of iron, and shall dash them in pieces like a potter's vessel. All right. So going back to verse 8, it says, ask of me. All right. So first and foremost, some people may feel, just because of the way we was brought up over here, whatever, whatnot. Some people, think that slavery slavery, according to like the scriptures, more or less to say, all right, is really you just like you got a job, you get up, you go to work. That's more or less slavery. What Esau did to us was hardcore bondage and oppression. That was completely different, right? But we're gonna wind up having a ass like that, all right, in that same scenario, right? But here it says, ask of me, and I shall give thee the heathen for thy inheritance, and the uttermost part of the earth for thy possession. All right, so not only are we going to take Esau into captivity, we're going to take these other nations into captivity. All right. And also it said that the people, he was going to get the people first and then the earth second. Right. Because why? The human resource is the most valuable resource on the planet Earth. All right. You could have let's say you had a lake full of golden fish. Right now, and each fish is worth $1 billion. But yet and still, you have to do the work to get the fish out the damn lake, man. All right. You'd rather go and have some employees or some motherfucking people out there to go fish the damn fish out the lake for you and just bring you the fish and then sell the fish for you. So all you got to do is collect the money. All right. Or if you got a farm or anything like that, that's why, hey, go to any farm and try to ask who the owner is. Find out who the owner is and ask him if he out there reaping his farm, man. He ain't doing none of that, man. He's paying other people to do that. He got servants, man. All right. The same way here in America, man. Esau didn't build up America, man. All right. He had Jake building up America, man. Laying the concrete, the pavement, these buildings, the railroads, all right, these plantations, man. Jake was out there working and building up America, man, giving them that free labor, man. All right, so the most important and most valuable resource on the planet Earth is the human resource, man. All right, because you don't need oil, gold, diamonds, none of that, man. That's why they got the fiat currency that they got now, this so-called money now. All right, they basically using that as your so-called leash around your neck to bring you back to work all the time, man. To bring you back to the fields to keep you working, man. All right. So like I'm telling you now that the number one resource is the human resource. But in this here society, they would tell you it's money. Cash rules everything around me, because they know that if you got the money, you can manipulate people to do whatever you want to do with you. This is the difference between rich people thinking and poor people thinking. Rich people use their money as far as a tool to be able to do other things. I need this done. I need that done. I'm going to pay you to go do this here job for me. I'm going to pay you to go run this advertisement campaign to go bring me more money. They use their money to go make more money. Whereas, poor people thinking they use their money to go buy shit. Basically, I want to go out to eat. I want to go splurge. I'm going to go shop and go get some clothes. Nah, man, you should be using your money to manipulate people to go do other things for you, man. Look at all these big companies, all these different jobs or whatever, whatnot. Any job that you got, let's say you work in a factory. These people are using that money, all right, it's a fake money. It's a fake resource because it's fiat currency. It's not like gold or anything like that. They just print that shit off the printing machine. Real money come from like gold and silver, where you actually in diamonds. You actually got to go do work to go get that shit, man. All right, cattle, sheep, livestock, all right, fruits, vegetables, farming. That's real currency, because you actually got to do work for that, man. All right, but nevertheless, here in this society, they use money. All right, let's say you work at a factory, a bottling factory or whatever. You're making soda bottles or some shit, right? Now, they're going to use their money, all right, the so-called rich, they're going to use their money to sit here and hire out a group of people to go over here and make them more money. So, for instance, they only using 10% of their money. I got $100. Let's just say I got $100. I'm going to use $10 out of that to pay y'all to go over here and make me turn this $100 or really this $10 into $1,000. You see what I'm saying? So, it's kind of confusing to say, but the money isn't really all that important. They just make that important here to entice you people to work for them. This is how they enslave your minds, right? They have people doing all kind of shit. Well, hey, you make you some extra money to stay for overtime. That human resource is the one that's actually bringing back more of the money, man. All right. So it says Psalms 2 and 8 again, ask me and I shall give thee the heathen for thy inheritance, and the uttermost part of the earth for thy possession. All right. Yeah, you want them damn heathens, man. You want them heathens. Man, we'll grab that too in Isaiah 60, man. Lord willing, we'll have enough time. But, hey, man, they're going to build up our kingdom, man. You don't want to get the kingdom of heaven. You got to build up your palace, your castle, and cleanse the earth, especially after all this nuclear destruction going on. You don't want to have to be, soon as you get out of slavery, you doing backbreaking work again, building up a kingdom and laying bricks and shit. Hell no, man. We ain't doing that. We built up Esau's kingdom, man. Man, look, you be surprised if you give orders more than twice, more than once, really. You like, all right, this is how I want the shit to be built. And you get that to your foreman or whatever, whatnot, you know what I'm saying? And you had these motherfuckers go work them motherfuckers over there, man. All right. And if you want, hey, let me read verse 9 again. Thou shalt break them with a rod of iron, and thou shalt dash them in pieces like a potter's vessel, man. All right, we're gonna wind up beating the shit out of these damn slaves, man, just like they did us, man. All right, hey, and we're gonna have spiritual power, man. It's gonna be so much more better, man, because we can goddamn beat their ass to death and bring their ass back to life and beat their ass to death again, man. And then bring their ass back to life and put their ass back to work, man. You see what I'm saying, man? Hey, you have no idea what the Most High have in store for us, man. So the little things like that Romans 8 tell you, you know, this little suffering is not to be compared to what we finna get in the kingdom, man. All these heathen that you work for right now, man. All right, and the things that they do for you, make you work all the time for a little bit of wages or whatever, whatnot, the little sly slick things that they say. Oh, you supposed to be doing this while they out there on their little yachts and they playing golf and all kind of shit. That's what we're gonna be doing. We're gonna be living life, man. Traveling while we got these niggas, you know, working on well, we ain't gonna have these holidays, but how we have here, right? They got you working on Labor Day while they all out on vacation and shit. You ever notice that at jobs, right? Jake is always the ones that's always working on these little holidays and shit like that, not necessarily by choice, you know. And they always seem to find a way to get the majority of the Edomites off of work, man. All right, the weekends and stuff like that. The majority of these people working be Jake, man, not necessarily out of necessity, but by force, man. All right, but look, when we get into the kingdom, man, all right, they gonna be working 6 days out of the week, man. All right, then they're gonna rest on the seventh day. All right, they ain't gonna do no work on the Sabbath day or nothing like that. But hey, other than that, man, we're gonna put their ass to work, man, for 1,000 years. Then we're gonna eradicate their ass, man. It ain't gonna be no, oh, we're gonna just let their ass out of slavery and then we're gonna just live. Nah, hell nah. We putting them in slavery and we're gonna render under them double, all right, like they done unto us, man. All the whippings and the lashes that they gave us, so on and so forth, man. We're gonna beat the shit out of these goddamn Edomites, man. All right. So hey, if y'all listening, you Edomites listening, hey man, you looking at your future slave masters walking around. These niggas that y'all keep calling niggas and spics, man. Those are your future slave masters, man. All right, and the Lord's gonna put it in their minds to remember all the shit that you did to us, man. All right. So hey, and there's no escaping because there's a thing called reincarnation. Even if your ass do get put to death, you try to end your shit, you're gonna come right back, man. It ain't no escaping, man. All right. Let me read it again. Psalms 2 and 8. Ask of me, and I shall give thee the heathen for thy inheritance, and the uttermost part of the earth for thy possession. All right. Thou shalt break them with a rod of iron. Thou shalt dash them in pieces like a potter's vessel. All right. And some of our people still stumble at this. Oh, I don't want no slaves. I ain't trying to be beating my slaves. That's violent. That's just perpetuating the same thing. How are we being righteous if we do to them what they done to us? Fuck that. This is what the scriptures say. This is what the Most High say, man. And if you ain't down with this, then what are you really saying? You ain't down with the Most High, what he got going on? All right. Come on, man. Psst. Hey, man, your ass going to, hey, that's why 2/3 got to die on this side anyway, man. You see them saying they're gonna come, hey, they gonna cleave right along on with Esau. Then they're gonna be reborn in the kingdom of heaven, and they're gonna understand at that point in time they're gonna all be righteous, man. Then you still gonna take and dash these goddamn Edomites into pieces, man. All right. We'll go to Isaiah 14 and verse 2. It says, and the people shall take them, well, Isaiah 14 and 1, and Yahweh will have mercy on Jacob, all right, which is talking about right now, man. All right, this is what the Lord is raising up the tabernacles of David for, man, that were ruined, all right, because we was decimated, man. We was fully destroyed, man. We was under our curses. Now the Lord is pulling the curses off of us and putting them on the Esau, according to Deuteronomy chapter 30 and verse 7, all right. So it says, for Yahweh will have mercy on Jacob, all right, when he ultimately delivers the elect, all right, and will yet choose Israel and set them in their own land. See, we still in the captivity scattered across the four corners of the earth, all right, but in the midst of World War III, when these thermonuclear missiles are raining down, all right, the chariots is going to come in and scoop up the elect, the 144,000 and the 1/3, all right, and we going to wind up, Lord willing, I'm a part of that number, going to watch the destruction, all right, then you're going to see the New Jerusalem coming down from heaven, all right, and then we're going to put these elites, first mission, man, going down to them bunkers and find all these niggas wherever they at, and they space pods, the bunkers under the sea. We're gonna go find all these elites and pull their asses about their shit and put some big ass chains around their necks that they can't break. All right, and put their ass into captivity, man. Put these niggas to work, man. All right. It says Isaiah 14 and 1, for Yahweh will have mercy on Jacob and yet choose Israel and set them in their own land. And strangers shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave unto the house of Jacob. You know, dealing with how you say the Israelites that scattered and these other nations that, you know, don't know that they Israelites, all right, they're gonna wind up, oh, we Israelites. Because think of it this way: you got some, let's just, I'll put it in these words: you got some so-called black people, right, that's growing up in China that look like so-called Chinese people, right? Because Jake was scattered amongst the four corners of the earth. Now, when the chariots come through and start delivering the elect, you're gonna see, basically, you know, you're gonna be seeing so-called Chinese-looking people, so-called white-looking people, so-called Arab-looking people, so-called African-looking people getting scooped up into the chariots. Why? Well, technically, you ain't gonna see it like that, because the scripture saying the twinkling of an eye we're gonna be changed. So you're not gonna look like, you know, with these curses and shit all mixed up. But, you know, in that whole process, because we scattered into the four corners of the earth and not all of us look the same, all right? For instance, let's say Christina Aguilera and Cameron Diaz, right? They gonna go get scooped up. Let's say they was being delivered up, man. All right. If you was to see that process before they was changed in that twinkling of an eye, you'd be like, oh, these are so-called white women getting pulled up, but yet they Israelites, you know? But nevertheless, they're gonna wind up, these are like these strangers. At this point in time, they're gonna, let's just say that they think that they so-called white women and you know, so-called white women, and they find out that they Israelites. These are them strangers that's cleaving now into the Israelites. All right, back to they fold, because now everything is becoming clear. They bodies being changed and everything. All right. So it says, verse 2, and the people shall take them and bring them to their place, and the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of Yahawah for servants and handmaids, and they shall take them captives whose captives they were, and they shall rule over their oppressors. All right. So it says, and the people shall take them. The people is talking about the Israelites. All right. And the them is talking about these Edomites. All right, first and foremost, the Edomites, and then these other nations as well, too. But it says, and they shall take them captives, whose captives they were, and they shall rule over their oppressors. Let's go into this word captives. All right, just so we can get a clear understanding, because some people are like, that ain't what that means. They're going to take them and bring them to church, and they're going to pray for them, and they're going to be, nah. These niggas is going in hardcore bondage. It says to take captive, to lead into captivity. Transport into captivity, to bring away, to carry away, lead away, take away, to drive away. These niggas is going into captivity. Oh, something beautiful right here. It says whether persons or flocks or else wealth. Like I was saying, captives of the sword. They took them captives, how you say, at the force of the sword. But nevertheless, look at this. It says flocks, wealth, or persons, all right, to take captives, you know, going back into what? Those resources, right? So it says, and they shall take them captives whose captives they were, and they shall rule over their oppressors. Now, who's got us in captivity right now? And who is oppressing us right now? The ultimate person is Esau, Edom. So what? We're going to wind up taking Esau into captivity, man. All right, thus saith the scriptures. Really, we can jump down to verse 21. This is how it's going to end for his ass. We could read all of Isaiah 14. It's really talking about all about the downfall of the so-called white man. But Isaiah 14 and 21, it says, prepare slaughter for his children for the iniquity of their fathers, that they do not rise nor possess the land nor fill the face of the world with cities. Right? For I will raise up against them, saith Yahawah of hosts, and cut off from Babylon the name, the remnant, the son, the nephew, and the nephew, saith Yahawah. All right? This is going into what? This is a destruction that's coming over here to America, and then in the Middle East as well too, because all of America's military men, they're gonna wind up dying off in World War III. All right, every last one of them gonna die in World War III. All right, and now the Edomites that's left over here on this here landmass, all right, they gonna wind up the majority of all of them gonna wind up dying over here as well too. Like I said, except for the elite. The elites are gonna be the only ones that's gonna pretty much survive. All right, but nevertheless. And it says, prepare slaughter for his children for the iniquity of their fathers. Because why? There's a thing called reincarnation. All right. The generation that's here now are the same generation that basically took the Israelites into slavery. All right. So, you know, the things that they wound up doing, they never got their payment for it. They never got their judgment for it. So now they being brought back on the earth right now for their judgment. All right. Verse 22 says, again, it says, I will raise up against them. For I will raise up against them, saith Yahawah of hosts, and cut off from Babylon the name, the remnant, the son, and the nephew, saith Yahawah. Dealing with that male sperm line, because why? Hey, ultimately, what's going to ultimately happen to them. All right. But nevertheless, you know, like I said, these elites, matter of fact, let me see if I can find that. This is pretty nasty too. Hold on. This is Psalms 137:7. It says, "Remember, O Yahawah, the children of Edom, in the day of Jerusalem, who said, raise it, even to the foundations thereof." All right, O daughter of Babylon. See, Edom and Babylon, they synonymous with one another. These Edomites is ruling over Babylon the Great, the mystery whore of Babylon right now, the mother of harlots. That's who's ruling America, and not only America, the whole planet Earth. These Edomites. All right, but nevertheless, and they were supposed to be, Jacob and Esau. They was twin brothers, man. All right, but nevertheless, they wound up taking part in our destruction. First of all, these Amalekites, these so-called Jewish people, wouldn't well, they tried to attack us. They was like the first people to come up against us, man. And the Lord said there was going to be a perpetual war and perpetual hatred between Amalek and Judah, basically, or really the Israelites, but nevertheless from generation to generation. All right. Well, actually, that was just Judah. That was when that happened. All right. Verse 8, it says, "O daughter of Babylon, who ought to be destroyed." All right. This here place, America, is going to be destroyed according to the Bible prophecies, man. It has to be destroyed, man. So for you pork chop eating pastors and you Christians in these damn churches, man, God bless America. America going to go on. Y'all got to pray for president and pray for America, man. This place, hey, yes, pray for this place. Pray to the Lord bring a swift and speedily destruction on this place quickly. All right, this place is a goddamn abomination, man. From coast to coast, it's a goddamn abomination, man. All right, this is the worst place on earth, man. The worst captivity we ever been in, man. All right, but nevertheless, this here place ought to be destroyed, man. All right. It says, "O daughter of Babylon, who art to be destroyed, happy shall he be that rewardeth thee as thou hast served us." All right. So look, we're gonna be extremely happy and joyful when we finally get to have our revenge on these goddamn Edomites, man. All these Edomites, your boss who always did some fuck shit, whatever, whatnot. Hey, and the Lord, what I'm saying, we can only really remember what that happened in this year lifetime. We don't remember any carnations before this, right? Any lives or anything like that before this. But Lord willing, more than likely the Lord is going to put memory back into our minds from what happened to us and who these people were, man. So that we'll, because when you read what is that, Ezekiel 25, the Lord said He gonna put His spirit inside of us, man. All right, because really you can't be you think you mad now. You know what I'm saying? You're not nowhere near as mad as the Most High, because you can only remember what your life was like. You know what I'm saying? And there's things that you mad about that didn't even happen to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I be feeling all types of ways about learning about slavery and the things that we done went through in slavery, how they treated us, the Native Americans went through, how they got them with the Gatling gun, the smallpox and shit, the Middle Passage and shit. But I be furious thinking about that type of shit, right? But I don't even remember actually going through that shit. You see what I'm saying? So just imagine that. I can't be that mad as if I was in that same generation going through that same shit, man. The Most High is going to put that spirit back on us to remember these things, man. All right, and we're going to wind up executing this here judgment onto these people. All right, we got to pay them back double as they rewarded us, man. All right, we're going to render to them double, man. All right, verse 9 says, "Happy shall he be that taketh and dashes thy little ones against the stones." All right, and some people might be like, "Oh, that sounds violent. I don't know about all that." Hey, man, you got to read your history, man. Look at the Trail of Tears, man. All right, Andrew Jackson, them bringing the so-called Native Americans, all right, up to, I believe, Oklahoma. All right, and all kind of torrential weather and shit like that, just marched them on a death march. Basically, they didn't even really intend on them actually ending up in the reservations, man. They just was like, "Fuck it, we're gonna walk these niggas till they die, man." All right, and that's what happened to a lot of you so-called Native Americans, man. You want to die in that death march, man. But another thing they did was, when these women was pregnant, all right, what they would do is they would cut their stomach open and the baby will fall out the damn stomach. All right, hence where you get C-sections from today. All right, what the fuck you need to have a C-section for anyway, man? All right, babies was coming, through the loin, basically the loins of a female since motherfucker, since we got here. The fuck, you know what I'm saying? Like, how all of a sudden now this motherfucker got you, and he really only got you Israelites getting C-sections, man. None of these other countries is really doing no C-sections like that, man. And even here in America, man, you don't see these goddamn Edomites having no C-sections, man. All right, it's only you Israelites that they do, because it's basically a ritual they still keep doing to you people, man. All right, but nevertheless, they used to take the damn woman that was pregnant and cut the damn baby out of her stomach. All right, and then take the baby, or if she just happened to have a baby, just go into labor and have the baby, or even if she had already had the baby and the baby be crying and shit, you got to feed the baby and shit like that, man. All right, which slow down the death march. They like, fuck that shit. We gonna take this little baby, this little Israelite baby, this Jake baby, this little nigga, this little spick, this little Tonto or wetback. We gonna take his ass and we gonna smash him up against a tree and shit and kill his little ass, right? That's what the fuck they did to you, man. That's what your history is, man. All right, you do your history on these things, man. They used to take our babies and hang them from little low hanging branches out of trees, man, for the alligators to come and goddamn they used to use them for alligator bait so they can catch these goddamn alligators, man. All right, so look, man, this is what we're gonna wind up doing today to them and their children's, man. All right, we're gonna wind up getting vengeance on them, full vengeance, man. They used to do, man. Oh my God, there's so much shit I can go into the history about the shit that they did to us, man. Look up what they call African Dodger or Mini Dodger. Fuck, African Dodger was with adults. Mini Dodger was with children, little kids. You know when you go to the fair, and you got that little game where they got the little clown that be talking shit to you, and he in the little water dunk tank, and you got to hit the little uh, uh, bullseye thing and then dunk him in the tank. Well, see, that game came from what they used to do to Jake, all right? And the game was completely different. You wasn't hitting no bullseye. What they would do is, you know, those little, they also had these things at carnivals and fairs and other places too, where it'd be like a, or sometimes at Disney World, right? Let's say at Disney World, they got like a wood painting, right? And the painting would be like a Goof Troops, you know, Goofy, Mickey Mouse, and some other motherfuckers, right? But their faces be cut out, it'd be a hole cut in their face. And you're supposed to go behind the wood and put your face through the wood, and the people on the other side take a picture. So you got the Mickey Mouse body, but you got your face, you know what I'm saying? That type of shit, right? With the little hole in the middle, right? So that's how that game used to be, where you would put your face in the hole, and there wasn't no bullseye. Your face was the bullseye, right? And there wasn't no clown in a dunk tank or nothing like that. What they was doing was they would take, you know, like I said, African Dodger was adults and Mini Dodger was with children. But they would put the person's face inside the damn hole, and they would take baseballs and basically throw the baseballs at their face, man. All right. And they would see basically how many times they could, you know, hit this motherfucker before they die or whatever, whatnot. But their face will get all swole up because, for one, they can't break the damn baseball from, you know, like you break a fall, you can't stop the damn baseball because your hands is behind the wood. All right. The only thing that's exposed is your face. All right. So they would throw these damn baseballs at them and hit them in the mouth, the nose, and so on and so forth, man. All right. And this is where, bringing it into today's terms, you got these damn clowns. And then, well, before that shit, you had what they called, like, you know what today is blackface, like these minstrel shows and shit where they painted the lips all big and red or whatever, whatnot. But all of this shit come from that, because when they would hit him in the face with the baseballs and shit, their lips would swell up, the nose would swell up, the eyes would swell up. This is the origins of the so-called blackface, the big red lips, and then the clown faces and shit like that, man. They looked at you niggas as clowns and shit with all this goofy looking shit, man. This is where all this shit comes from for the entertainment and stuff like that, man. So now you see clowns at birthday parties and shit like that. That's where it all originated from. You can still see the track of it all. You can go to your local carnival, state fair, or whatever, whatnot. You see the little clown under the dunk tank. Then the clown, you know, to entertain you, whatever, whatnot. Then you bring it out to the little kids or whatever, whatnot, at your birthday party. But before all that, they was putting you so-called Negroes' faces into those things, all right? And you Negro children's faces into these things and throwing baseballs at your children's faces, man. All right, and there's an account of like this one little kid who wound up dying from so much, basically, he wound up drowning in snot, saliva, and blood, because, you know, he was hitting him in the face with the goddamn baseball and shit, and his face was just covered, you know what I'm saying? His eyes were swole shut, you know what I'm saying? His lips and his mouth was all swollen and shit, but from his nose all down, it was just bleeding from there and shit, plus the snot from there, him crying and shit like that, and all that, you know, blood and snot and saliva, and him crying and shit going all in his mouth while he crying, like that type of shit. This nigga drowned and shit, man. You see what I'm saying, man? So let me read this again. Let me read the whole thing again. Ezekiel 137:7. Remember, O Yahawah, the children of Edom, these so-called white people, man. All right, in the day of Jerusalem, these are the same people who go over there and be trying to make these damn memes of Trayvon Martin's dead body and shit. You know what I'm saying? All kind of crazy shit like this. Do all kind of crazy, man. Yo, they don't even put the damn stories on the news no more. This shit ain't even stopping, man. The fact of the matter why they don't put it on the news no more is because these numbers are increasing at a fucking phenomenal rate right now, man. You Jakes, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans is getting gunned the fuck down by the police to the same day. Your children too, man. Mainly your children. The police really only come after the Jake men, you know, there's like an age limit for that. You know, they don't really be going after the older ones. They do some older ones, but mainly they be going after you teenage Jake, man. You know, all the way up to the age about 25, maybe pushing 30, you know, y'all get harassed the most, man. All right. But nevertheless, you know, they still shooting your kids down in the streets, man. You still got these clans, the clans still around doing all kind of crazy shit. You know what I'm saying? Kidnapping your children, whatever, whatnot. Go to Walmart, man. As soon as you walk into Walmart, they always got the shit posted with the missing children or whatever, whatnot. You know how they used to have it on the milk carton and shit? They got them signs up in Walmart now. you know, and go look at that. It's always Israelite children that's always missing, man. All right. And you growing up as an Israelite, you know your ass ain't going missing, man. It's hard as fuck. I ain't gonna make a joke about no shit like that, but really, Jake kids, you know what I'm saying? We know better than certain shit, man. It's hard as fuck to so-called kidnap us, man. But these motherfuckers is doing this shit, all right, for their own little purposes and, you know, the Epstein type of shit that they got going on with their sex rings. But nevertheless, this is why it's all warranted. We got to render to this motherfucker double that he gave to us, man. Feeding our babies to alligators and shit like that, man. See what I'm saying? Emmett Till and things like that, man. All right, for our people who think that this is all, oh, y'all too violent, y'all. No, nigga, hold up. We ain't violent. We ain't did shit to these people yet, man. When the Lord turned us up and put the spirit on us and we put these niggas into captivity, that's when this is gonna happen, man. All right, but they got to go through World War III first and get decimated by the Lord and his armies first, man. All right, but nevertheless, for our people who be all cowering over these things, you really don't know your history, man. You so afraid to even look into your history, what these goddamn Edomites did unto you, man. All right, find out who you are first before you start talking about what the hell and how you feel, man. Fuck that. That's why you a 2/3 ass nigga, man. That's why you got to die with these niggas, man. All right, because you too scared to even look into your own history, man. Yeah, I know the shit hurt or whatever, whatnot, but hey, man, this is what these damn Edomites did unto us, man. All right, and the Lord is gonna wind up rendering it to them double what they did to us, man, because they touched the apple of his eye, man. All right, let me go from there, because I was talking about putting these niggas in chains. All right. Oh no, it's 149. This is man. You know what? I'm gonna read this whole Psalms real quick. Psalms 149 and 1. Praise ye Yahawah. Sing unto Yahawah a new song and praise and his praise in the congregation of the saints. And what's this here new song, man? All right. The new song is what we're telling you now. First and foremost, look, a lot of the prophecies in the scriptures is already been passed by, you know. Now we at the end time prophecies where we about to get taken up out of captivity. We letting you know who you are again, because again, Psalms 83 didn't happen to your ass. You don't know who you are no more. They made the name of Israel be no more in remembrance. All right. There was that falling away that happened. All right. You don't know who you are. You don't know your power's name. None of that shit. But guess what? The Lord has raised up the tabernacles of David. All right. The ruins that was fallen. All right. His elect. All right. And they're out there fishing the rest of the elect. All right. And they're singing this here new song. What's the new song, man? Putting in the Lord's name back, that vibration back out into the earth, man. Telling you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, you the Israelites, and the Lord's about to deliver you. Telling the so-called white man, he the Edomites, and he about to go into captivity, man. All right, because look, before all of this, nobody was really saying this, man. Before all this happened, man, this was not nothing. People thought the church was all Jesus love everybody. You know what I'm saying? All that type of shit, man. Oh, we got to send missionaries across the world to go feed these starving children. Fuck all, man. That's a bullshit song, man. You know what I'm saying? That's some old played out ass song, man. This the new shit, man. This the new jam. This that new heat, man. All right. It says, verse 2, let Israel rejoice in him that made him. Let the children of Zion be joyful in their king. Why? Because when the Most High send YAHAWASHI back, man, he gonna take the crowns off the heads of these kings, man. These kings got us into captivity right now, man. YAHAWASHI is about to open the house of the prisoners, man, and let us free, man. We about to get up out of captivity. And in return of that, we're going to be joint heirs and inherit the kingdom of heaven. And part of that, the part of the kingdom of heaven is inheriting these goddamn heathen and these Edomites, man. All right, asking me, and I shall give thee the heathen for thy inheritance and the uttermost part of the earth for thy possession. We about to have worldwide dominion, and we about to have all these nations in the captivity, man. All right. It says, let them praise his name and dance, and let them sing praises unto him with timbrels and with harps, man. Hey, bro, it's going to be a goddamn celebration. We're going to be getting down with the get down, man. We're going to have the biggest fucking party because we're going to have these goddamn heathen in the captivity, man. All right, we're going to be rejoicing. First of all, we're going to be rejoicing because we back with our power again. You know what I'm saying? We're going to be all righteous. We ain't going to be going off no more. Our spirits we ain't going to have none of that no more. But beyond all of that, you know what I'm saying? Once we see the things that the Lord has in store for us, all right, we don't even know the half of it. We only know a small about what the kingdom of heaven is going to be like, all right? But we know one thing that's making us happy, all right, is the fact that these heathen, all right, and the things that they did to us, they're going to be rendered a recompense, man. We're going to take their ass into captivity. It's not like, oh, well, you know, because technically, you know, Micah 7 and 9, all right? I will bear the indignation of Yahweh because I have sinned against him, all right? So, Daniel chapter 9, verse 12, the Lord has confirmed his word that he spake against us by bringing upon us this great evil. All right. Yeah. He confirmed the word. He said, look, Deuteronomy 28, if you break my commandments, I'm going to bring all these here curses upon you. And one of them curses was captivity. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you know, that was our bad. Our fault. We wound up going off. That's why Esau was brought up against us. All right. But you can also read when the time of his calamity came to an end. All right. Time of his captivity was over. You forwarded the affliction, man. All right. So you did all these different things, man. So guess what? Now it's your time to pay, man. All right. Verse 4, for Yahweh taketh his pleasure in his people and will he will uh beautify the meek with salvation. All right. So look, this is why we're gonna be singing with joy, because why? The Lord is gonna have mercy on us. He's gonna remember us, and he's gonna give us salvation, man. Verse 5, let the saints be joyful in glory. Let them sing aloud with their beds. All right. So look, man, we're gonna be joyful with the Most High and his son's glory. All right, and we're gonna sing. We singing right now, man. So what's making us happy? But how much more when we actually get them crowns on our heads, man? When we got them get these niggas in subjection, man. When we put their ass in subjection and chains and shit. All right, just think about that, man. When you got them get to look at Rothschild in the eye, man, and this nigga's on his knees kissing your feet, and you pulling his chain, man. All right, and you tell this nigga, look, man, get out in the field, boy. And you better not look me in my eye, and it's off with your head, man. This is your future, man. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. This is what your future is, man. All right, granted, whether you be on 2/3 and you're gonna die on this side, all right, you're gonna be reborn through the loins of the elect and the 1/3 on the other side, all right, or you are the first fruit, the 1/3 and the elect on this side. You actually gonna be the first. You living right now. You are literally gonna experience this. If you know, he that endured to the end, the same gonna be saved. Yo, these people are living and breathing on this earth right now, listening to these videos. All right, some of you gonna be taking these Rothschilds and putting chains around their damn necks and taking their ass into slavery, man. All right, all these elites, man. All right, these kings, these queens, what's her name? Queen Elizabeth and all them. Prince Charles and what's the little boys' names and shit? Harry and all them niggas, they going into slavery. Whether or not he trying to decline he's still going into slavery, man. All of them. So just think about that. You living and listening to these videos right now, Lord willing, you know, we all a part of the elect, you know what I'm saying? And we are the first fruits. Hey, man, we taking these niggas into captivity, man. All right, real soon. All right. Verse 5, let the saints be joyful in glory. Let them sing aloud upon their beds. Let the high praises of the Most High be in their mouth and a two-edged sword in their hand. All right, talking about this here word, man. All right, hey, and then ultimately, when the Lord give us that spiritual power, man, this is what we finna do. Verse 7, to execute vengeance upon the heathen. All right, so look, the Lord's not, well, Yahweh is not coming down here to really judge nobody, right? All judgment was given to YAHAWASHI. Now YAHAWASHI coming back and he gonna get his first licks in first. That's why the scriptures say, wait ye upon me until I raise up against the prey. All right. Vengeance is mine, saith the Lord. The day of vengeance is forever in my heart. All right. This is what YAHAWASHI or what's that other one says? But those my enemies that I should not reign over him, bring hither and slay him before me. All right. But nevertheless, you know, YAHAWASHI gonna get his first licks in or whatever, whatnot. But guess what? Also, the saints, like we read in the book of Daniel, the saints gonna take the kingdom. They're gonna possess the kingdom, and they're gonna put these niggas into captivity. All right. Verse 7, it says to execute vengeance upon the heathen and punishment upon the people. All right. So guess what? We're gonna ask me, I shall give thee the heathen for thy inheritance and uttermost part of the earth for thy possession, and thou shalt take them. Yeah, thou shalt break them with a rod of iron. All right. This is what we finna do, like a potter's vessel, man. All right, Jeremiah 51:20, man. Thou art my battle axe and weapons of war, man. With thee will I break in pieces the nations, man. All right, the Lord, man. Hey, man, the Lord finna turn us up, man. Give us these spiritual powers to run through these fucking nations, man. Put the majority of them to death, and at least we gonna put their ass into captivity, man. Chains around their neck, man. Leading their ass to the fields, man. Get your ass out there and work, man. Whipping the shit out of their ass, man. All right, and breeding their asses too, so they can bring their nation back. Now y'all got to y'all got to be breeding, man. Bring your sons and daughters back. I need more slaves, man. I need y'all to reproduce and breed me more slaves, man. All right. Verse 7 again, to execute vengeance upon the heathen and punishment upon the people, to bind their kings with chains and their nobles with fetters of iron, to execute upon them the judgment written. This honor have all his saints. Praise ye Yahweh, man. So the first fruits, the elect, the 144,000, all right, those that endured unto the end, that's gonna be saved and delivered up out of this hellhole, man. Hey, this is gonna be their honor, man. This is gonna be their first glory, man. Well, being back with Yahweh and YAHAWASHI gonna be the first glory, and then our body's gonna be changed. We're gonna be loosed about these chains of hell, man. We're gonna be delivered up out of this hell. All right, but guess what? We're gonna come back when we get these new spiritual these spiritual powers, man, and these new bodies, and we're gonna put these goddamn heathen in the captivity, man. putting these big ass chains of iron around their goddamn neck, man. All right, and leading their ass straight into captivity, man. All right, and this generation, the first generation of the new slaves, is living right now, man. They breathing right now, man. Wait, this is what they fearing. This is why Revelation 12 and 12 say the devil know the woe unto the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, because the devil's come down and you having great wrath. Because why? He know he has but a short time. He know he at the end of his run and reign, man. He know his ass is going into captivity, man. All right. Thus saith the, let me read it again. Verse 9, to execute upon them the judgment written where in the scriptures? Who wrote it? The Most High, man. All right. These are the words of the Most High, man. All right. This honor have all his saints, man. This is what the elect, the first fruits, 144,000 gonna wind up doing to these damn elites, man. All right. And ultimately, all of Israel is gonna wind up possessing these damn heathen. But 2/3 got to die on this side, man. All right. Hey, and think about how beautiful it is now, man, because right now you got the elect. They the last at the bottom of the barrel, man. Israel as a whole is at the bottom of the barrel, but even amongst Israel, man, the 144,000 first and foremost is at the way worse bottom of the barrel, man. All right, we got to go out, be in this here world, man, deal with these people, man, these damn demons and shit, man. All right, at the bottom of the bottom, we always at the last. You know what I'm saying? We get everything last, man. We the first to the damn job and the last to damn leave, man. We always got to put in all this goddamn work, but guess what, man? And we ain't never lived a day in our life, man. We never really got to enjoy shit in our life, man. All right, well, what we thought we was enjoying, that was in vanity. But now that we done woke up, bro, we ain't never been living a day in our life, man. We done worked all our fucking lives and everything like that, man, and never had enough, man. All right, never really got to enjoy shit, man. But guess what, man? We about to put these niggas into captivity, and we finna take everything that they got, man. All the way down to their goddamn souls, man. These niggas is gonna, hey, man, we gonna possess these niggas, man. And these niggas is gonna work for us. Every beckon of our call, whatever we tell them to do, that's what they gonna do, man. All right, that's what the fuck they finna do, bro. And there's no, hey, what is that? You know what? I don't know if we got time for that, because I'm almost at a, matter of fact, I'm gonna run through some more scriptures real quick. This Revelation chapter 2, verse 9. It says, I know thy work and thy tribulation and poverty. Like I was just going into, bro. We the last of this bitch, man. You know what I'm saying? We always working, man. We all beaten down, torn down, trodden down. Bro, we desolate out in this bitch, man. Especially the men of the Lord, man. We ran the fuck through, man. If it wasn't for faith and prayer, man, we'd be fucking desolate out in this bitch, man. But guess what, man? The Lord is keeping us, he keep boop, 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 keeping that fucking, hey, we still kicking in this bitch, man. We still enduring it. For what reason? All right, to give praise and honor and glory to the names of YAHAWASHI, man. All right, to stand firm for his name, man, through this great tribulation, to be delivered up out of this bitch, man. All right, but then the Lord's going to give us what? The honor and the glory of putting these niggas into captivity, man, and rendering under these niggas double as they done unto us, man. All right, so it says, I know thy work in tribulation and poverty, man. This YAHAWASHI speaking, man. I know what the fuck you going through, bro. I know what it's like, bro. But just hold on and endure for a little bit less, bro. And I'm coming back. I'm coming back with a lot of chains and a lot of crowns. Passing y'all out crowns and I'm passing y'all out chains. Y'all gonna chain these niggas up, man. All right, it says, I know thy works and tribulations and poverty, but thou art rich. Why we rich? First and foremost, because we Israelites. All right, and on top of that, you know, starting with the elect, 144,000 and the 1/3. All right, we know that we Israelites at this point in time. You know what I'm saying? And we you know, we striving for that mark of exemption, man. All right, to make it, to be able to endure to the end, so we can be saved and delivered, man. That's the real richness, man. Then we're gonna inherit the whole earth, man. We're gonna inherit these heathen as well, too, man. All right, that's why we rich ultimately, and we're gonna have an everlasting dominion, an everlasting kingdom, man. You don't get no richer than that. All these other people that was on the face of the earth, the majority of the three richest people on the face of the earth was all so-called black people, except for one. He was an African. Nimrod was like the first richest person. You got King Solomon, which was an Israelite, and then you had this dude named Mansa Musa. Basically, he was another Israelite as well, too, man. All right, but the third person, all right, would be YAHAWASHI, man. And then from YAHAWASHI would be King, well, you know, the Most High own everything, but YAHAWASHI, then King David. All right, from King David, you're going to have the 12. All right, well, you'll have the 11 because King David was part of the 12, but you know what I'm saying? But nevertheless, you know what I'm saying? This is how it's going to wind up going, man. The Israelites going to wind up possessing the whole earth, man. All right, but this is why we're going to be rich. It says, I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews and are not, but the synagogue of Satan. I'm talking about these Amalekites, these fake-ass Jewish people, man. Revelation 3 and 9, it says, behold, I will make them of the synagogue of Satan, which say they are Jews and are not, but do lie. All right, they fake ass story they be telling you, oh, this is anti-Semitic. They ain't even Jews, man. All right. Well, they Shemitic because they Edomites, but they not Israelites. All right. It says, behold, I will make them of the synagogue of Satan. These are the devil, man, which say they are Jews and are not, but do lie. Behold, I will make them come and to worship before thy feet and to know that I have loved thee. All right. So they finna come and worship before our feet, man. They gonna kiss our feet, man, and lick the dust up off of our feet. Oh, let me go back to Revelation real quick. Quick one. Revelation 3 and 10. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. All right. And who led us into captivity? We read in Isaiah 14, we're going to take them captives whose captives they were. All right. So Esau led us into captivity. We about to take his ass into captivity. But not only him, these other nations had us in captivity. Therefore, they must go into captivity. It says, he that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. And whose blessing was it to live by the sword? That was Esau. Who was the red horse that was given that great sword? Was Esau. Who was the white horse that was given the great sword to take peace from the earth, man, and kill with the sword? All right, that was Esau as well too, man. So guess what his ultimate end is gonna be? Death by thermonuclear missiles, man. All right, the ultimate sword. All right, the Lord's weapons of his indignation, man. All right. It says, here's the patience and the faith of the saints. That's why I was going back into some people like, oh, y'all are violent. No. We ain't violent, bro. We ain't doing shit, man. This is the patience and the faith. All right. We patiently waiting on this because while we have faith and we believe that the Lord is going to actually deliver all these heathen into our hand, man, we don't have to do nothing. The Lord said, wait ye upon me until I rise up into upon the prey, man. Wait on him, man. All right. So all we got to do is push this here word, have faith. All right. And endure to the end. And when the Lord give us the green light and give us and put his spirit upon us, that's when, man, let me read that real quick. Because I quoted this twice. Ezekiel 25 and 12, it says, thus saith Yahawah power, because that Edom have dealt against the house of Judah by taking vengeance and have greatly offended and revenged himself upon them. Therefore, thus saith Yahawah power, I will also stretch out my hand upon Edom and will cut off man and beast from it. And I will make it desolate from Teman, and they of Dedan shall fall by the sword. Here's the point. And I will lay my vengeance, the Most High said he will lay his vengeance upon Edom by the hand of my people, Israel. So the Lord said it's going to be his vengeance that he's going to lay on Esau, Edom, but by the hand of his people, Israel. And they shall do in Edom according to mine anger and according to my fury, and they shall know my vengeance, saith Yahawah power. All right, so the vengeance, all right, the anger and the fury is all going to be the Most High's anger, fury, and vengeance. All right, it's not going to be out of our anger. Like I said, we can't get mad enough, man. All right, like I said, you only can remember what happened in your lifetime. You can only read about what happened in your previous lifetimes, man. All right, but the Most High remember all this, man. All right, you know that a day to the Most High is like 1,000 years unto us, man. All right, so to the Most High, he done seen all this happen real quick, man. It's fresh on his mind. All right, this has only happened all through a couple days, man. All right, but nevertheless, the Lord say, look, I'm going to put my anger and my vengeance and my fury upon you, and you're going to execute this judgment upon them, man. But wait ye upon me until I rise you up against the prey. Wait till I put the spirit on you to do this, man. All right. It's Jeremiah 30 and 16. All right. Therefore, therefore, all they that devour thee shall be devoured. All right. And all thy adversaries, every one of them shall go into captivity. And they that spoil thee shall be a spoil, and all that prey upon thee will I give for a prey. All right. Now, who devoured us, man? Who's got us in this most desolate situation that we in right now? So-called white man, Esau, Edom, man. All right. But not just him. These other nations as well, too, man. They came and they licked our wounds, man. All right. When we was down and kicked us while we was out, hey, man, you got the damn Arabs in these 7-Elevens or whatever, the little corner stores, the Habibi stores or whatever, whatnot, man. Licking our wounds, man. Taking our last little bit of dollars from us, man. You know what I'm saying? You got these damn, what you call them? The Moabites, these chinks and shit, man. They over there fleecing the flock, over, not really the flock, but, you know, our women over there in the beauty supply stores or whatever, whatnot, so on and so forth, man. All right. But nevertheless, all these different nations going to wind up going into captivity under the Israelites. All right. It says, Jeremiah 30 and 16, therefore, all that devoured thee shall be devoured. All of them, every last one of them. Nobody going to escape. There's no escaping this. And all thy adversaries, every one of them shall go into captivity, man. It's not going to be no scenario where some of them going to hide. Well, the elite's going to hide, but we're going to find them. We already know where they hiding at, bro. In these underground bunkers, they space stations, and under the sea in these goddamn underwater bunkers, man. It's written in the scriptures, bro. It's not no secret. And they say we're going to go down there and get your ass, man, and put these chains around your neck, man. So, you know, those are the ones that's going to hide, but they're going to be the first fruits going into slavery. But other than that, it ain't going to be no hidden out Edomites somewhere around the damn earth. You know what I'm saying? There's one going to make it and going to rebreed his nation and come back. Nah, that ain't going to happen, man. All right. So it says, every one of them shall go into captivity, and they that spoil thee shall be a spoil, and all that prey upon thee will I give for a prey. So they wound up taking everything up off of us, going into our high places, man, and everything like that. Psalms 79:1, real quick. Psalm 79:1. Well, I can read Psalm 79:1. O Yahawah, the heathen are coming to thy inheritance, and the holy temple have they defiled. They have laid Jerusalem on heaps. All right. So look, these heathen came up into all of our possessions, man, and wound up taking them, man. All right. Ezekiel 36:5. Let me just get to the point. Start at verse 2. Ezekiel 36:2. Thus saith Yahweh power, because the enemy have said against you, aha, even the ancient high places are in our possessions. The land of Israel, all right? They didn't win and took the land of Israel. That's why them damn Amalekites is over there now. Them gutter rats over there, man. Verse 5. Therefore, thus saith Yahweh power, surely in the fire of my jealousy have I spoken against the residue of the heathen and all of Idumea. So not only these other nations, the rest of these heathen, but all Idumea. Idumea is a Greek way of saying Edom, all right? Or Edomites. Idumeans is Edomites. Idumea is like Edom, all right? Which are Edom, or Edom. That was Esau's name. Esau was born with the name Esau. They gave him the name Esau because he was red all over like a hairy garment. All right. Well, actually, they named him Esau because his skin pigment was wasted away. Then he asked for that same red meat. Like when you go to a restaurant, he want his shit rare. All right. He want that same red meat that looked like him. That's why his name was called Edom, which means red. All right. And Idumea is like a Greek way of saying Edom. All right. And it says, just for edification, you got scoffers and shit. Well, shit, it tell you right there, Idumea. All right, Edom, red, Idumeans, descendants of Edom. Right? So it says, Ezekiel 36:5. Therefore, thus saith Yahweh power, surely in the fire of my jealousy have I spoken against the residue of the heathen, and against all Idumea, which have appointed my land into their possession, with the joy of all their heart, with despiteful minds, to cast it out for a prey. So when you ask today who's over there in the land of Israel, all right, it's the Edomites. All right. These are the people who took and possessed the land over there. These are the same people who covered the faces of the judges thereof. These are the same people who took us into captivity. These are the same people who took our heritage and stole our names and everything, man. These are the same people, man. They took everything from us, but guess what? He gonna wind up giving everything back up, man. All right. Oh, shit. You know what? No, I'll say that for a different video. We'll get into the restitution. But yeah, there's even more scriptures than that. But nevertheless, I'm going to go ahead and close out with that because I've been going for a while. But nevertheless, hey, man, this is the future for you. This is everybody's future, man. Everybody on the planet Earth is going into captivity under the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. The Israelites, man. Everybody going into captivity, man. These Edomites, first and foremost, they going into captivity, man. All right. But, the majority of these people going to wind up dying in what you would call Judgment Day. All right. But the elites of these Edomites gonna wind up making it because they're gonna hide out in their bunkers and shit like that. All right. But the Most High basically gonna take their ass. Let me find that real quick. What is it? Yeah, right here. Oh shit, I was reading this earlier. Yeah, see? But let me just go up to the top and close out. Because this is... Oh, man. This is Amos... Let me just get to the point. 9:2. Though they dig into hell, thence shall my hand take them. Though they climb up to heaven, thence will I bring them down. And though they hide themselves in the top of Carmel, I will search and take them out thence. And though they be hid from my sight in the bottom of the sea, thence will I command the serpent, and he shall bite them. And though they go into captivity before their enemies, thence will I command the sword, and they shall slay them. And I will set my eyes upon them for evil and not for good. Because ultimately, this is what's going to happen to these damn Edomites, man. All right? Because why? It says they dig into hell, these underground bunkers. You can look them up. They call DUMBs, deep underground military bunkers. all right, and the doomsday bunkers. So what the fuck they got doomsday preppers for? Which is funny because the scriptures say, you shall be hungry and my servant shall eat, you know. Hey man, y'all storing up all that food really for the men of the Lord, you know what I'm saying? But it says, though they dig in the hell in these bunkers, then shall my hand take them. Though they climb up into heaven, all right, they, you know, they got the International Space Station, they trying to colonize and put these space hotels up there. That's what all that's about, for them trying to escape this here judgment, man. It says, this though they climb up to heaven, this will I bring them down, all right. Though they hide themselves in the top of Carmel, you know, in these caves, or these, you know, they got hollowed out mountains and shit like that, underground tunnels. You can look that up too, underground tunnels and driving through mountains and shit like that. All right, what is that? Camp Cheyenne or Mount Cheyenne or something like that. But that's basically a base in the mountain. It says, I will search and take them out thence, and though they be hid from my sight in the bottom of the sea. All right, with these underwater bunkers, right? Thence will I command the serpent, and he shall bite them, which is going into Leviathan. You know, Leviathan is pretty much like Godzilla, right? And though they go, basically, you know, hey, either way, man, there's no escaping the damn sword, man, or your destruction, man. All right, so basically, you know, like I said, man, these elites gonna be the first fruits going into slavery. All right, because they're gonna try to hide. They're gonna have the money to actually hide, you know. But nevertheless, like the Elon Musk and SpaceX and all these different things, this is what they actually doing. This is the real story behind them doing these types of things like that, going to these space stations and so on and so forth, man, to hide from the Lord, you know, and hide from his men. But the Lord, we already know your game plan, bro. You already been exposed. How the things Esau, how the hidden things Esau searched out, the hidden things sought up, man. Hey, because the Lord has revealed all his secrets into his servants, the prophets, man. All right. But nevertheless, like I said, I'm gonna go ahead and close out with that. Lord willing, this lesson was edifying into the elect. Until next time, I say, call halal Yahawah, Bahashim YAHAWASHI, Bahashim Rakakbadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders, the great millstone that taught us this truth and that rule well. And salutation and much love for you, Aki, and pushing this truth and sincerity on the four corners of the earth, and enduring afflictions to feed and edify the elect. Until next time, I say, stay strong. Shalom.